Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful official update channel. Dylan can't be Luna, right? Wait, is Luna Nozawa wearing a mask and parading around town as a nerdy art teacher named Dylan? The bold and the beautiful has always pushed the limits of possibility when it comes to Luna Nozawa. But the soap wouldn't borrow General Hospital's move and throw a Phazon mask on the serial killer, right? There's something off with Miss Dylan, there's no doubt about it. The bold and the beautiful rumors have even tossed around the idea that Dylan is Luna Nozawa. B&B spoilers, Dylan is giving Luna vibes. Luna has already come back from the dead and was released from prison after committing multiple murders. The writers have already thrown ridiculous plot twists in the mix to bring back Luna. Would they go as far as have her wear a mask and steal an art teacher's identity? According to B&B spoilers, Dylan will continue hanging around Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, at the beach house. In fact, they might even make things official and give her a key to Will Spencer's, Crew Morrow, beach house and charge her rent. This whole situation with roommates is downright abominable if Dylan is Luna. But, how could Dylan Luna live with Electra and Will and not have her cover blown? What if they walk in on her brushing her wig or reapplying her fake nose? Talk about a Trojan horse, Electra might have just shacked up with her murderous nemesis. Regardless of what kind of twists and turns the B&B writers have planned, Dylan is giving us Luna vibes. Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, had a twin doppelganger imposter. Is Dylan going to be Luna Nozawa's sugar? B&B spoilers, Dylan and Luna's history. Hayes' former art teacher was also nearly shot and killed by Luna, which makes it even more interesting. It is also odd that Dylan gained Electra Forrester's trust by using Luna's death. Deke's future, Dylan's obsession, name battle. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, December 29th reveal some twist. For one thing, there could be trouble with Dylan, Sydney Bullock. Meanwhile, Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, has a big decision to make with Remy Price, Christian Weissman. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Be sure to check out the spoilers for our weekly B&B here. Deke Sharp's romantic decision. Let's start off with Deke, who will have a big decision to make. First of all, the designer was heartbroken when he was canned from Forrester Creations. That job was Deke's dream, and even though everyone agrees he has talent, he's just too new. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline MacInnes Wood, and Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, are currently of the opinion that there is a more effective approach. Read more, find out what happened on the last episode of B&B. They have decided to let Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, have his old job back. Thomas will now design for Hope Logan Spencer, Annika Noel, again along with Zende Forrester Dominguez, Delon de Metz. In the meantime, Deke needs to find a new job. The young man has also been cornered by Remy, who wants another chance. Katie Logan Spencer's name battle. Over with Katie Logan Spencer, Heather Tom, she has decided on the name Logan for her new fashion house. However, Forrester Creations apparently had legal rights to that name, but it has since expired. That means Katie can probably use the name unless Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, can act fast. Donna Logan Forrester mediates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, December 29th reveal that Katie and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, are in a war. First, Brooke decided to give Katie fake support, then trashed her fashion house to Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay. Now the blonde seems to think that she owns a last name that is shared by millions of people in the world. It's not like Logan is a unique name. So, this will cause a big family feud between Brooke and Katie with Donna Logan Forrester, Jennifer Garries, stuck in the middle. Read this, the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Sheila's holiday spiral, will go full psycho by New Year's. Dylan's obsession. Next, we have Dylan, who seems to be homeless and living in her car. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, have offered Dylan the guest house. It was a really nice gesture, but they should really learn more about this girl first. Then, we have a preview clip that shows Dylan spying on John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan. So, is she obsessed with Will, Electra, Finn, or maybe even Hayes Forrester Finnegan, Alexander and Chase Banks? Keep watching to find out. The bold and the beautiful comings and goings December 29th to January 2nd, character mystery continues. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest some bombshells up ahead during the week of December 29th to January 2nd, not to mention some interesting casting news. So, who's coming and who's going in the land of LA over the next 5 days? Time to find out. More of Dylan. The bold and the beautiful fans continue to be intrigued by Dylan, and spoilers reveal that actress Sydney Bullock will get increased airtime during the week of December 29th to January 2nd as her story continues to unfold. Dylan was first introduced to the canvas as Hayes Finnegans, played by Brian David Garlick, summer school teacher in June 2025. Her link to Luna Nozawa's, played by Lisa Yamada, passing continues to remain a mystery, and the arc is keeping fans on the edge of their seats. The week of December 29th. During the week of December 29th, Dylan will continue to settle into the apartment next to the beach house, but it looks like she'll be staying for longer than just one night. Dylan will share scenes with Will Spencer, played by Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, played by Linnea Grace. In fact, there's a clip in Bold's weekly preview that seems to indicate more turmoil up ahead where these three are concerned. Especially since the promo shows Dylan staring at a shirtless Will from her window. Dylan seemed sweet at first, but a bigger story is unraveling. After all, Luna also seemed nice when she first entered the canvas, and fans know how that all ended up. Is it that Dylan may become obsessed with Will, as Luna did? Perhaps she already is obsessed. Could she be far more dangerous than meets the eye? Will she do something to harm Electra or Will? Fans will have to tune in to find out. The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from the outrageous, the improbable, or the completely unthinkable. This is a soap opera that thrives on the suspension of disbelief, where the dead rise, villains reform only to relapse, and secrets remain buried just long enough to explode at the worst possible moment. And now, fans find themselves asking a question that feels both ridiculous and strangely plausible all at once. Is Luna Nozawa somehow alive again, and hiding in plain sight as a mild-mannered art teacher named Dylan? At first glance, the idea sounds absurd. A mask? A stolen identity? A long con worthy of General Hospital's most infamous villains? Surely the Bold and the Beautiful wouldn't go that far. However, history reveals the opposite. This is the same show that brought Luna back from the dead once already, released her from prison after a string of murders, and then conveniently left just enough unanswered questions to keep fans suspicious. When a character like Luna exits the canvas without absolute finality, soap logic dictates one thing: she's never truly gone. From the moment Dylan appeared, something felt off. On paper, she seemed harmless enough, a nerdy, soft-spoken art teacher with an awkward charm and a tragic backstory. However, new characters are rarely introduced without a purpose in soap operas, and Dylan's purpose quickly became murky. Her connection to Luna Nozawa's death, her sudden closeness to Electra Forrester, and her uncanny ability to insert herself into the lives of the Finnegans and Spencers all set off alarm bells. Fans began noticing similarities that went beyond coincidence. The mannerisms. The timing. The way Dylan seemed to know exactly what to say to gain trust. Luna Nozawa, after all, was a master manipulator. She didn't bulldoze her way into people's lives, she slipped in quietly, presenting herself as vulnerable, misunderstood, and in need of protection. That is exactly how Dylan operates. She didn't ask for help, rather, she encouraged it. She didn't force her way into Electra's orbit, she gently orbited closer and closer until she was impossible to ignore. And now, she's living next door, possibly moving in permanently, with a front-row seat to everything she could ever want to observe, sabotage, or destroy. The idea that Dylan could be Luna wearing a literal mask might sound extreme, but the Bold and the Beautiful has flirted with doppelgangers and imposters before. Sheila Carter alone has established precedent for twins, lookalikes, and identity deception. If Sheila could have a sugar, then why couldn't Luna have her own twisted version of reinvention? Especially when the stakes are so personal. Luna's story was never fully resolved emotionally. Her obsessions were not cured, rather, they were halted. She wasn't healed in prison, rather, it stopped her story. If Dylan really is Luna, then this entire storyline transforms from quirky mystery to full-blown psychological thriller. Every interaction suddenly acquires a sinister connotation. Every smile has a purpose. Every moment of vulnerability becomes a weapon. Living beside Will Spencer and Electra Forrester wouldn't be coincidence, it would be strategy. A Trojan horse situation so chilling that it redefines the danger lurking within the Forrester and Spencer families. And the logistics. Soap logic covers that too. How could she keep her cover intact? Wigs, prosthetics, subtle voice changes, all easily explained away in daytime drama. The tension alone is worth it. The idea that Electra could walk in on Dylan brushing a wig or adjusting a prosthetic nose is the kind of reveal soaps live for. The slow burn. The creeping dread. The inevitable moment where the mask literally comes off. What makes this theory even more compelling is Dylan's history with Luna. This isn't just a random new character with vague ties to the past. Dylan was nearly shot and killed by Luna. That alone should have made her wary, cautious, traumatized. Instead, she uses Luna's death as a bonding tool, a way to gain Electra's trust. That's not normal behavior, it's opportunistic. It's manipulative. And it's exactly what Luna would do. Then there's the obsession factor. Dylan isn't just wandering the town in search of security. She's watching, spying, fixating. A preview clip shows her observing Finn, and that raises far more questions than answers. Is Finn the target? Or is he collateral damage in a larger plan involving Hayes, Will, or Electra? The idea that Dylan might be encircling the same child again under a different identity is terrifying, and Luna's fixation on Hayes was extremely upsetting. Meanwhile, the show continues to build parallel chaos across the canvas, cleverly distracting viewers while planting seeds for something darker. Deke Sharp's professional and romantic crossroads mirror Dylan's instability in subtle ways. Deke, newly unemployed and emotionally vulnerable, faces a choice that could define his future. Remy Price wants another chance, and while Deke's storyline appears separate, soaps often intertwine arcs when least expected. One wrong decision could put Deke in Dylan's orbit, and that could be disastrous. At Forrester Creations, the drama simmers as Thomas Forrester reclaims his position, pushing newer talent aside and reopening old wounds. Deke's firing underscores a recurring theme on B&B, dreams crushed by legacy and entitlement. This environment of rejection and resentment mirrors Dylan's own outsider status. The show has a habit of drawing parallels between characters on different paths, hinting that their stories may collide in unexpected ways. Elsewhere, Katie Logan Spencer's name battle over her new fashion house adds another layer of tension. The idea that Forrester Creations once held rights to Logan feels absurd, and Brooke's reaction only fans the flames. Brooke's thinly veiled sabotage of Katie exposes fractures that have long existed within the Logan family. Donna's role as mediator highlights the emotional cost of these battles, where pride and insecurity matter more than logic or love. These family wars serve an important narrative function, they distract from the real danger. While the Logans fight over branding and Brooke asserts imaginary ownership over a common surname, a possible killer is settling into a beachside apartment, staring at Will Spencer from across the way. That visual alone, Dylan watching a shirtless Will through her window, is a deliberate callback to Luna's own obsession patterns. Sweet on the surface, dangerous underneath. The comings and goings spoilers only serve to confirm that Dylan will never leave. Increased airtime for Sydney Bullock suggests this storyline is ramping up, not winding down. The writers aren't investing this much screen time in a throwaway character. Dylan's mystery is central, and her connection to Luna remains conspicuously unresolved. The show wants fans speculating, debating, and second-guessing every scene. And that's the brilliance of it. Whether Dylan is literally Luna in disguise or simply someone following in her twisted footsteps, the parallels are undeniable. The audience is being conditioned to expect betrayal, to anticipate obsession, to brace for violence. As you can see, Luna once entered the canvas as a young woman who appeared to be innocuous. The show is daring viewers to trust Dylan and daring them to regret it. If Dylan turns out to be Luna, the reveal would be explosive. Lives would be shattered. Electra's guilt would be crushing. Will's trust would be obliterated. Finn and Steffi would be forced to confront the idea that evil doesn't always announce itself, sometimes it asks for rent money and a spare key. And if Dylan isn't Luna, then the show is still clearly setting her up as something equally dangerous, a new villain cut from the same cloth, ready to inherit Luna's legacy of chaos. Either way, the message is clear. Dylan is not what she seems. The vibes are off. The danger is real. And The Bold and the Beautiful is once again reminding fans why no one ever stays dead, no secret stays buried, and no stranger should ever be trusted in Los Angeles. As December turns into January, the mystery only deepens. Dylan settles in. Eyes linger. Obsessions grow. The truth, masked, concealed, and prepared to strike, is waiting somewhere beneath the surface. Fans would be wise to watch closely, because in the world of B&B, the quiet ones are often the most lethal.